As if supermarkets and shopping centers were not enough as globalizing bombs, today we have two globalizing atomic bombs, one named Amazon and another called Mercado Libre. Like supermarkets, both companies are listed on the stock exchange and have large and modern distribution centers for the merchandise they offer. Supposedly, today any company or person can put their products up for sale through the platforms of both companies, which would seem to be the solution to have an efficient source of opportunities for merchants. Something like if Amazon and Mercado Libre were ladies of charity or Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Except that, as with everything, there are some disadvantages that we are going to analyze for now. These companies are large funnels where all brands of a certain product are admitted. Only that to sell, only the products with the lowest price can do it. Because by putting all the brands inside the funnel, they will all be subject to the law of supply and demand, and therefore the company that offers the lowest price will win. The war to sell is so brutal that the so-called pricing prostitution is generated, where there will be no shortage of companies that reduce their prices below cost in order to sell something. The other companies, seeing that weeks or months go by without being able to sell, will also do the same. They will engage in price prostitution, thus creating a standard of pricing merchandise below the cost of the product, which is not only improper, but insane. Who works to lose? In other words, who pays to work? Other companies, realizing that Amazon and Mercado Libre have created a standard price in the market, will be forced not only to put up for auction all the inventory they have, but also to close the doors of their industries because they do not find there any business. Therefore, it is better to close their factories and businesses, thus creating even more unemployment. Sure, because remember that unemployment began with the bankruptcy of all those businesses that were destroyed by supermarkets' introduction. Some of these factories were listed on the stock market, a fact that will further accelerate their decline and bankruptcy. Remember that by listing on the stock market, the juicy profits that are produced by Amazon and Mercado Libre will be taken to other countries and will not necessarily stay in our country. The truth is that Amazon and Mercado Libre are a merchandise auction platform. Due to the great prostitution of prices, these platforms are not only a product outlet, but also the decline of the consumer society. Therefore, they are atomic generators of unemployment. However, we will talk about something that many overlook. Amazon and Mercado Libre, by having the sales platform, are able to learn about market preferences in relation to quality, attributes, and price. So these companies will do the same thing that department stores and supermarkets do. They will look for a way to buy or manufacture these products in other distant countries, to thus save the local manufacturer. The same one that initially made them earn money and gave them the idea and the know-how. That is the commercial information of your company. Indeed, Amazon and Mercado Libre are now direct importers, with their own brands using a company of their own as a third importer. This is exactly the same thing that all supermarkets and department stores do. They seek to get rid of suppliers so that now they directly import the same for sale under their own brand. Remember that when saying supermarkets, hyper supermarkets are also included, of which there are mainly only two options: Costco and Sam's Club. The market, that is the final consumers, are quite happy at the moment, because through Amazon and Mercado Libre they are able to acquire their products more cheaply, even when they are unaware that there are endless products that exist today and that are disappearing, never to return again. As you hear it, products are dying every day and people don't realize it. However, this will be noticeable in the way in which final consumers dress, fit, and eat. Through junk food, it will be possible to have mentally anemic citizens incapable of reasoning, much less of realizing that they themselves are contributing to their self-destruction. In a few years, the result of this strategy of using Amazon and Mercado Libre will be having a reduced type of food and minimal clothing and footwear options, as for culture, sports, and everything. If you want to do something to save yourself, and therefore save humanity, you just have to open your eyes and realize it. In other words, inform you of what is happening. Since if you do not even know what is happening, it is a fact that you will not be able to do anything. But instead, if you knew, you may be able to do something.